Hello everyone, Megatronic here, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at the APC Toys, aka Gear Factory, Dark Master. Now this is a new one, which is more of a battle damaged deco, versus the original one that I reviewed roughly 2 years ago now. Now before we get fully into this review, this will be more of a comparison with the original Dark Master from, like I said, a few years back. I went ahead and attached the God Vessel, is what they're calling it, to this figure, just to go ahead and speed the review along. To attach this new arm, all you have to do is simply go under here, take out this screw, take off that panel. That's just on the mushroom peg. You slide that on, you screw it back on, and there you go. Now, the God Vessel is a little expensive, in my opinion. It's around 30 bucks on AliExpress. I got it on discount since I got the two together, so it's roughly 20 bucks, and that was 40. Still a bit pricey for just an arm encased in a tube thing. This is nicely painted, and it does homage when the human children in Prime were kidnapped by the Decepticons for the keys. I went ahead and just put the Megatron arm in here, just so I can have it on display on my shelf. This is very nicely painted. It's in a nice gunmetal with a nice purple trim all around. And it is a nice solid plastic. And there you can see the arm with nice weathering effects in there. Now, an accessory that I think at least should have came with the God Vessel, or at least his hand, would have been the Forge the Solus Prime. Now, this did come with the bulkhead release from APC Toys or Gear Factory. I just feel like if you threw it in with the hand, it would make a lot of sense for at least 30 bucks for the full package. Luckily, I only got it for 20, like I said. I just think this makes a lot of sense to throw in with the hand. That way, you could recreate him making the Dark Star Saber. Now you can have him hold this like so from Prime, and I will probably either be displaying him with this or the Dark Star Saber. And I mean, yeah, that just it looks nice with him having it in hand. So yeah, that's my little critique there. Like the original, you can get lights to light up the fusion cannon. Now, like the original Dark Master, you get the same amount of accessories, so let's go over those. You get his Dark Star Saber, now with a metallic dry brushing on the edges and on the base, which is very nice. You can still take off the hilt. It is keyed, so only goes in one way. Very nice. You get an attachment point for the Dark Star Saber, so you can attach it to his back and have it store on his back like so. Obviously, you get the fusion cannon. You get two of these blades, which can attach to his Megatron arm, like so. Same thing with the other arm. These are also now have nice dry brushing on them, where the original did not. Now, the difference in between these two figures of the original and the new one, the original was a bit more of a lighter silver, which I did enjoy. This Megatron has more of a almost gunmetal paint on him, and while this allows for the extra dry brushing of the silver to be painted on there to make him look really weathered down and everything, I went ahead and applied a Decepticon decal. But yeah, he's just covered in dry brushing and battle effects to make it look a lot like the Prime cartoon, and this is also true for the back of him as well. It is just a very, very nice paint job overall on him, and yeah, I do kind of wish they went with a bit more of a lighter silver. I'm not going to understand. He's filthy. Went through battle. He has a bunch of dirt and grime all over him. That makes sense. That's really my only complaint towards the paint. A new addition to the paint is that this original Megatron had a back of a purple base with eyes painted red. They just filled this all in gunmetal and didn't leave the back of that purple. I'm assuming they probably were trying to do light piping, and at the last minute they decided no. But yeah, the colors are a bit nicer, and the teeth are done in a white, which helps them pop, where this ones are just the plain silver, as you can see there. So yeah, this guy, at least this one, is really tight still, especially in the shoulders. And the back does tab in like really solid. On the newer one, the shoulders aren't as tight. They feel a lot better, in my opinion. Doesn't feel like you're about to break the figure. The only thing is the back on mine doesn't really tab in that well. It's not as stiff, which is fine. Just when you are moving the arms around, that's probably just an error of caution. The new arm looks just like from the animation. It looks just like when you cut it off from the Prime's corpse. It is nicely painted. You get a bit of red there for the fingers. You do have wrist rotation as well. These little bits can articulate. They're on hinges, like so. You get the same amount of articulation as you would from this arm. You have a hinge here and a hinge here, so it is double jointed, so you can get it to go all the way back. And it is nicely painted more red. You get gold. You get gold here for the side. You get more gold. You get red. It's done in this like almost really nice burgundy red. And once again, more gold back here, more of that red. It is painted all throughout, and it just looks very, very nice. And it's really well detailed and sculpted. They did an amazing job doing that, and it just looks great. For articulation for the rest of the figure, it's the same thing. Head's on the ball joint, get a little bit of wiggle waggle. Look down that far, look up that much. Full 360 here at the shoulder. Go out that much, it's on a hinge there and a hinge there. So it is double hinged. Get a hinge there and then hinge there. This is more for transformation, but you can move in the shoulder pads. Bicep rotation, double jointed bend at the elbow. Wrist rotation, nothing at the waist, unfortunately. Legs can go forward that much. They go backward. Basically the full splits. Upper thigh upper knee rotation. Deep knee bend. Get a tiny bit of ankle tiltage. Just a small amount though. And the feet can pivot back and forward. The heel can move forward and the toes can move back due to transformation. But you could also use that for articulation if you would like. So yeah, that's pretty much it for his robot mode. So let's get this guy down into his vehicle. And here we have Megatron in his Cybertronian jet tank mode. And yeah, it looks pretty decent. And even with the new arm attached, it can still transform, and it just folds down right here. That actually does cover up the two arms that just sit out in the back here, which actually is a nice touch, and I think it's an improvement to make an animation accurate. I do have a couple nitpicks for this mode. I was never a huge fan of how this thing transformed to begin with, because it's really finicky, at least for me, to try and get everything lined up, but after you do, you do. These tabs don't like to stay tabbed in. As you just saw, even if I just tap it, it will unpeg, which is rather very annoying. And I don't want to be scratching off the paint a bunch here, but yeah. This, if you accidentally twist it while you are transforming it, you can get a crack here for like a little hinge for the arm. Luckily I haven't, but it just can be a little bit annoying. I do wish it maybe hinged out a little bit, but it's fine. And does have some nice molded detail here in the back. And you get the thrusters down here as well, which I thought was a nice touch. Once again, I really do like this vehicle mode for Megatron. It does just look really, really well. And it does stand nicely due to how it transforms. Let's see if I can get this tab back in here. Now for final thoughts on this guy. Now for final thoughts on this guy. Amazing paint, amazing sculpt. I do have some nitpicks with it, but other than that, it's an amazing piece to your Transformers Prime collection. If you already have Dark Master and you don't want to get another one, I would just get the God Arm. I think it's worth it for maybe 20 bucks. You do get a good amount of plastic, and you do get this along with it, which is nice as a display piece as well. I do wish maybe we had the key to the Omega lock to come with it, or like I showed off earlier, at least re-release the Sword of Solus Prime that came with Bulkhead with the hand, because he did need to cut off the Prime's arm to use the Solus Prime hammer. That would make a lot of sense if they included this with it, but oh well. Maybe forge the keys to Solus. The keys to the forge for Cybertron, that would have been cool. The Omega lock. Yeah. But other than that, he's still a good figure. You should go get him. If you don't have the original Dark Master, 100% go get this guy. If you already do, and you don't want to get another one, just get the hand for about 20 bucks. I think it's worth it. Albeit a little pricey, but it is worth it at the end of the day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.